Good morning, good morning, good morning, Eagle Warriors. Yes, I'm back. People have encouraged me to do this again, so let's do it again. What the hell? Let's invite some peeps. Let's go. Invite. Because it seems like Facebook, it don't quite work. So we'll invite a bunch of people. Oh, I missed a button. And for those that missed this, I will put this on my Spotify and YouTube so you can listen later. And hopefully I'll figure out how to put it on Instagram. What's up, Keith? All right, so let's talk about this concept today, okay? Since Mr. Foster wanted me to bring this back. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to call these the Tuesdays. I had a mentor years ago, Scott O'Keefe, remember. We used to call this Tuesdays at noons. Everybody's motivated on Monday, and then Tuesday, they're all done. They can't wait till hump day. I can't wait till hump day. I can't wait till I get this over with. Okay, yeah, I get it. Believe me. If anybody gets it, I get it. Let's face some facts. COVID sucks. It's ruined companies. It's ruined businesses. Even myself, I went through the mill too on this whole thing. So we're going to talk about getting everybody up to a HNL, whole nother level. All right, whole nother level. Now, when you look back, I just released my last book, right? My new book, excuse me. There's Light in the Tunnel: How to Survive and Thrive at Depression. You know what? Shit can bum you out. They just did a study a couple months ago at BU. 1 in 4 people in the United States have anxiety, depression, suicidal ideations. Okay, 1 in 4. I think it's higher than that, especially countrywide. Countries getting shut down, businesses getting shut down. I just saw something from, there was a tax credit from the IRS that you could have got back taxes the whole bit. And the way they did the tax code, they won't allow you. They were supposed to be up to 100 employees, no less. Hey, Dave, what's up, buddy? Thanks for watching. We're supposed to be 100 employees, no less, right? And then they changed the tax code that you could go under 100 employees. But, yeah, here's the kicker. Don't you love this? And I'm not going to get political, but don't you love this? If you had a small business, which 50% of all American businesses are small, probably worldwide in other countries too. If you had a small business, right, they would exclude sole proprietors, moi, and they would exclude family-owned businesses. How does that help? You could have got tax relief from back taxes, but now you can't do it. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm not going to get political. Who vote for who vote for that, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to pull up a PL, Paul Lyons. People like, gas went up. Here's a guy that went from zero, had nothing, turned around, came back, and now he has an $80 million company. Okay? Zero. He had zero 30 years ago. Okay, zero. Came back, and people said, oh, well, you're in the building trades. Are you going to increase your gas prices to your customers and, surcharges? He's like, no, I'm just going to go do my thing. A lot of times you'll see, and this is something I got from my business mentor, PKB, Phil Haley, the gas prices, it's gouging. They're responding to what? To the fear out there, like the variant, everything else, they're responding to the fear, right? Why is Florida booming and we're not? In the East Coast, up the East Coast. Why are we not booming? So let's talk about delayed gratification, okay? Delayed gratification, and this goes out to a special person, that girl's daughter, she's trying to find her way and find what she wants to do for a job. And I get it, and you got to do what you love. You absolutely do. Like, Steve Jobs, who I don't like, God rest his soul, though, said if you don't love it, anybody else would give up, right? Because I've been doing this 35 years almost. Since 1987, I started personal training. And this is insanity, okay? If I told you half the things I've done, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else because I'm not, but, and I do mean but my tenacity and my work ethic are off the chart. I won't quit. Won't quit. And a lot of times you have to have what's called delayed gratification. Got to do what you love and get out there every day. I just launched something a couple of weeks ago, been waiting 18 minutes to get it off the ground. A network of, a ton of doctors, the whole bit, haven't gotten any referrals yet. What am I going to do? You got to just, you march forward, That girl says to me, what are you going to do? She's like, you're upset about it? I go, yeah, but you know what? Have my moment and move on. I got to go to the next thing and the next thing because of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification, exists for a reason. And the challenge in today's world is we all want it right now in our hand. It texted me, I gotta get back to you. Oh, instant messenger, gotta get back to you. Why? I want to go back to the 80s and 90s where I had a freaking pager, right? And I used to go to the bank and cash checks, and I'm like, hey, let me get my cat get out of the toilet, you little shit. Like, why would you drink toilet water? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, I would go and get a roll of quarters with my Boston accent, quarters, because I had a pager, right? And if a client called me or something else, what would I do? I go to a payphone and call the client, change the appointment. Now it's like constant. I did more studying in my car every day. Every day I did more studying in my car than any place else. Because I wouldn't listen to music. I got all into motivational stuff, and that's how it went. Motivational stuff. That's how I learned Dale Carnegie. That's how I learned Zig Ziglar. That's how I learned all of it. Now it's like, I got to check this, got to check that, blah, blah, blah. So you have to have some delayed gratification. Lay the groundwork. Lay the groundwork. Give you an example. For about 6 years, I had a contract with a tennis camp, high-end tennis camp, young kids that had some promise, right? And the way I got the contract was real simple. Not real simple. It's kind of complicated. But Matt Finney, hope you're out there, Matt. Thanks a lot. He knew this tennis coach, this guy Robert Lapidus, and Rob said, I'm tired of having this tennis camp every summer because I get these fitness guys or fitness person, whatever, and they're not serious. They just peter out. I hadn't seen Matt Finney in 4 or 5 years. Oh, you want to talk to Coach Kearns? Bang. Calls me, hit it off, get paid what I want to pay. It's in my route, in my zone when I see clients, bang. I have this great contract for 6 years where I get paid, where business slows down in this business in the summer because people are like, oh, the beach time. That's how it is in the Northeast. And it slows down. I hate this great contract where I'm outside 2 to 4 hours a day training kids out in the sun. I'm like, I got it made. So you got to think about delayed gratification, and it's tough because sometimes you got to wait. And the biggest thing I learned from Zig Ziglar: no doesn't mean no forever. No means no right now. Okay, it means right now. COVID hit. I lost 80% of my business overnight. 80%. People like Professor O'Keefe, half his students. Poof. We're all rebuilding. All of us rebuilding. So sometimes you got to sit there and hunker down. It's not easy. And you just got to keep going forward and do different things. Sometimes you got to reinvent yourself, and that's just the way it is. Reinvent. So when you look at delayed gratification, it can be almost anything. Anything like, the house, the car, the this, the that, blah, 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 whatever you want. Goals we set, the goals we get. It's the way it is. You know what? And I love that, oh God, I forget his name, but that admiral. Start with small things. Make your bed. Because the small things lead up to the big things, okay? Delayed gratification. Did I expect to be in a loft-style apartment overlooking the river 3.5 years ago, going on almost 4 years ago when I got divorced, going from, 3,300 square feet, living in a nice neighborhood with 2.5 acres to a box in Plainville in an apartment? No, that's not how I saw my life. And how I got here to Rhode Island is an interesting story too. Like I opened the studio with somebody else. They came to me, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out. Bang, I went to the next thing. I had something else going on over the summer at a different location. Bang, didn't work out. You pick yourself up, dust yourself off, go to the next thing. And if it doesn't work out, maybe the universe is telling you wasn't meant to be. Move on. Move on, move forward. Move on, move forward. Just that's the way it's going to be. So delay gratification. Lay the groundwork. There's a saying in sales, and I hate to use that word sales, but it's true. ABC, always be closing. I like that and I don't like it. I call ABS, always be seeding. Always be seeding. So I'll give you an example. I'm in line at Home Depot the other day, getting a couple keys, right? And I usually have my business cards on me, but the stupid business card holder's too thick. And I'm standing in the line, and the goddamn, the self scan is not working. I'm like, I swear to God, it looks for me. It targets me. It doesn't like me. I need a course. It's like Sebastian Malakowski. I need a course on him. I need a course on how to use this thing. Always screws up no matter where I go. So I'm standing there, and then the woman's at the end of the line who ends up being at the register, and I'm screwing with this thing, and this guy's in front of me. I'm getting frustrated. He goes, "Hey, man." He goes, "Go ahead. Go in front of me." I go, "You sure?" He goes, "You got a small order. Don't worry about it. You're getting frustrated." And he looks at me and goes, "Hey, what's burn with Kearns?" And I tell him, he goes, "Oh, cool." He's like, "I do CPR training. I've been doing a lot with CrossFit, blah, 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 blah." He goes, "Here's my card. Maybe we can do some business." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Sorry, I don't have my card on me." And I said, "That's okay." And sometimes it's actually better not to have your card on you, because what happens is I took his card, got the information, got on my car, banged him an email right away. "Hey, great meet you. Let's network. Let's get together. Let's have some coffee." You never know who you're going to meet or what somebody's going to say that can lead to something else. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next year, next month, or 10 years from now. I was just listening to Matthew McConaughey when somebody said to him, at 15, "Who's your hero?" He goes, "I don't know. I'm going to get back to you. I'm going to get back to you on that in 2 weeks." So the person gets back to him in 2 weeks. He goes, "So who's your hero?" He goes, "I am 10 years from now." He hit 25. Somebody said, same guy said, "Who's your hero?" He goes, "Me at 35. He goes, "You haven't hit it?" He goes, No, haven't hit it. And on and on. So what he was saying is he's setting the bar. He has somebody to chase further. Like I've told my daughters, I'm like, "Do you want to peak at 12 or do you want to peak at 40? I know many people that with a high school, big person, and then what are they now? What are they now? What are they now? I also like the concept of joy versus happiness. Happiness needs an outcome. If I take this vacation, I'll be happy. If I get this promotion, I'll be happy. If I get this job, I'll be happy. Joy is always in process, right? In the process of doing things. That's why one of the reasons I love Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson if you remember him, he played full-time football and full-time baseball. First athlete to ever do it. He'd catch the ball, go for the goal, run through the goal line, and up into the stands. He had to be told that he made the goal. "Hey, man, you got to go." "Oh, okay." Because he was so caught up in the act of doing it versus thinking about the outcome. So find what you love and get caught up in the doing versus the not doing. Delay gratification. Plant the seeds. And even if this person says, "Oh, no, I'm not interested," or blah, blah, you don't know who you're going to meet. That's why, and as everybody knows, in my fitness manual for my course, one of my biggest foundations is network, 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 network. You just don't know. I saw a great thing the other day. I'll probably do it. I got to think about it. An electronic business card where you just boop, tap the person's phone and your information's in there. Me, I'd rather get their information and then just send them a note. Send them a note. Have I been known to oversend? Yeah. And you know what I say to people? You're flooding my email. I'm like, if you don't want to read it, delete it. The way my brain works, I think it's important to you, I've got to send it. If I don't, I'm going to forget about it. And then a week later, something will happen. I'm like, shit, I had an article on that, or I had a video on that. I should have sent it to you. I forgot. Delete it. I'm like, just because I send you stuff, don't mean you got to read it. Just like if you don't want to listen to this, don't mean you're going to listen. Okay? Okay. So let's wrap this up. I got to get rolling. Delay gratification. Don't be afraid to wait a little bit for the outcome. Okay? Don't be afraid to wait a little bit for the outcome. Okay? What you need to do is define your outcome. Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? All right. Me, what did I do the other day? I've got some traction now with school systems, with self-defense classes. What did I do? I went on LinkedIn and I basically went through everything. I put in superintendents. Bang. I sent welcome notices to superintendents with 2 of my books. Bang. Literally, I must have sent out 100. I don't care. Went on Alignable, doing the same thing. That's another good network, Alignable. I think because of COVID, we're going to get back to the old ways of networking, right? Maybe to be on Zoom meetings, I don't know, but think about that. Network, network, network. My big thing, somebody reaches out to me, and I've told all my coaches this, it's always worth a 15-minute, half an hour conversation. Why not? We never know where it's going to lead. Even if they're trying to sell you something, if it sounds something like you're interested in, okay. If it's not, say, look, man, can't do that right now. I'm not interested in it. Loop back to me, whatever, this, that, and the other thing. Okay, great. So network, network, network. Delay gratification. Don't be in such a rush. Don't be in such a rush. Define your goals. What are your goals? I know mine. I want that new book, if not both books, going New York Times bestsellers if that's possible. I'm going to take the new book and get out to colleges. That's what I was told by a friend of mine who's been doing something called kicking your blue jeans in the butt. Go to colleges, present my material, because this whole stigma with depression is going to end. It's gotta end, okay? Please share this, share, send this around. Check out the new book on Amazon. Always, then we have 2 books. Always Pick Last. There's Light in the Tunnel, How to Survive and Thrive with Depression. That's out there too. I'm trying to get it on Audible. What a pain in the ass. I'm not even going to tell you how much of a pain in the ass Amazon is. I don't care if Amazon, you don't like it. Tough. Make it easier to work with. It shouldn't take me 5 days to upload a book. Give me a break. Okay? But again, delay gratification. It is what it is. Make it a great day. Be relentless. Don't stop till you drop. Oos.